What's up, everyone? I'm Melissa Elise, and you're watching Melissa Elise TV. Welcome to my Billions Season 3 Episode 2 review, The Wrong Maria Gonzalez. Let's get to it. Off the bat, Bobby is rethinking his decision to stop trading, which leads him to contact several ex-employees through which he can presumably trade without being caught. This also introduces a play with $2 billion of his own money that's in the fund that has Taylor and Wags super anxious. Of course, if he withdraws the money, it doesn't look good for him or the company. Either it looks like he's abandoning his own sinking ship, or he calls down more scrutiny on himself. But Taylor's biggest worry is whether or not Axe trusts her with his money and the company, and building her own reputation. Neither situation is helped though when she books her first loss for Axe Cap as a tsunami hits Brazil and Axe Cap's investments hard. Wags, on the other hand, seems to be the only one concerned with Bobby not going to jail, advising him not to take the money out or try to direct Taylor on how to invest it. On the district attorney's side, Bryan and Dake get their judge assignment for the Axelrod case, and it is not good for them. But of course, Chuck has a plan to call in a debt with this Judge Funt and get his buddy DiGiulio put on the case. But I am not at all confident that DiGiulio is going to work in Chuck's favor. And Bryan's not wrong when he tells Dake that Chuck will come calling for a return on this gift. This definitely wasn't a happy ending kind of episode. Axe Cap does take a severe hit, but Bobby decides not to take the $2 billion from the fund and gives Taylor his blessing to trade it how they see fit, reassuring them that he does trust them with his name and his money. But Axe still seems pretty lost himself. Chuck is the only one who gets what he wants in the end, and the storyline tries to introduce this conflict of conscience when he calls in the debt, but I just don't buy it. Chuck has already sold his soul. Speaking of selling souls, I did not like Axe and the New Halls deporting Maria Gonzalez as collateral damage to the welfare of the rich and powerful. I never really thought of Axe as fitting into that category because he usually tries to help the little guy. But his livelihood is on the line, so I guess he's not taking any chances. I feel like this episode was all over the place. There was just a lot going on between the $200 on the table and the whole tsunami crisis, then the judge pick coupled with Bryan and his partner tracking down ice juice conspirators, then Lara and the boys were in it for a minute, and you had Chuck and Wendy doing all these little therapy pep talk sessions. It was all good, but it was a lot. However, I do think it helped to build into this idea that Axe is unsure of himself or his next move. I mean, if he can't trade or be a leader at his own company, who is he? But I do think Lara was totally right to call him out on the boys. And who knows, maybe now he can focus on being a better dad. But my favorite part of the whole episode was Wags telling the boys that he's banned from Little League games. There are so many reasons why he's one of my favorite characters, and this is one of them. However, I will admit that the whole Ari following Axe around all day and recording was pretty funny. That's it for me, but the question of the week is, whose side is Wendy on? It may seem obvious since she chose to go back to Chuck, but she still supports Bobby and still works for him. However, I don't think she can kid herself that this isn't going to turn into him or me again. I can't tell yet, but I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comment section. I'll see you guys next week, but until then, I'm Melissa Elise, and thanks for watching Melissa Elise TV. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you're new here, consider subscribing for more episode reviews.